Yes?
Can you talk about service?
Service. Yes. You want to know whether it's useful? Are you from Mama?
No.
Because she makes everybody serve. It's becoming a very popular approach. Doing Seva. Karma yoga. Now, everything is yoga that helps us to connect consciously with that sense of presence I have mentioned. Now it depends totally how we are doing that seva. Karma yoga actually in olden times had another meaning. The karma kandi was all the time busy totally following the rules of the scriptures, had his homa fire going all the time, it never get cold, so was doing pujas all the time. And everything in life was ruled by the scriptures, so because of following all that, he had to be conscious somehow, not to make mistakes. But now, karma yoga, usually people talk about karma yoga meaning doing seva, doing service. It depends entirely how we are doing that service. If we simply do service because we think that's a good way of passing time, but not working on ourselves, then we may do good works, we may do good things, but along with the good things, we are also distributing our own personal shortcomings. And usually it has the tendency to balance itself out. Nothing wrong if one wants to choose the profession of a social worker, of somebody who goes in places where there is need. By all means do that if you feel that's what you have to do. But try to be aware that the real service is to remove that source of destruction, that source of negativity that we are always carrying around. That's our own mind that is contradictory all the time creating tensions which we radiate and express in our actions. So if you want to do seva, you have to do it in a yogic way. And the traditional, and now I'm referring to the Indian tradition, the traditional three main approaches is that, like the jnani, who's focusing mainly on consciousness and being aware of consciousness, learning to calm down, learning to be more and more in that sense of presence. Or there is the yogi who focused the attention on prana, on the energy of life. It's not the prana maya kosha for those who know Vedanta, but it's the prana, the force of life that is pervading everything, the Adi Parashakti. And focusing on prana, becoming more aware of the flow of prana through exercises, physical exercises, pranayamas, learns to undo the knots in that flow, that it becomes a harmonious psychophysical manifestation, tuning in more and more in the cosmic prana. And if the yogi does that, the mind is quietening down all by itself. And there is the devotee, who is focusing mainly on love. And there is, again, the different loves. The devotee usually in the beginning is very emotional. God and I, and a big show for everybody to see outside. But if that devotion is sincere, it goes deeper and more, that divine presence is felt. And that divine presence, the devotee feels, is the same presence that the jnani touches when he is asking, who am I? And just is. So when we are doing seva, somehow or other, we have to connect it with one of those approaches, or a combination of that. You can do service, you can do seva like jnani. You just do whatever you have to do all the works, but at the same time you remind yourself to observe. Observe how your emotions are playing, what is going on in your mind, learning to detach from that, observe how the experiences affect your experience now, and more be rooted in that sense of presence even when you are doing your work. If you are doing seva like this, then it becomes karma yoga. If not, you are simply busy. Or you can do it like a devotee. You just accept that the whole world is an expression, is a manifestation of your God, of divinity. And whatever you're doing in the sense of the service to God. Not, I'm doing now a good thing and I'm after all a great person, but just in a humble sense of service. No matter what simple and menial work you are doing, okay, it's all worship for God. If you are doing seva like this, then it becomes karma yoga. If not, you are merely busy. Or you can do seva like a yogi. That whatever you are doing, when you are doing your work, that you are focusing on your breath, that you are aware of your breath, that you are aware of your body sensation. And instead of being tense all the time, learn to relax. Learn to relax. Work, do your work, but focus on your breath. Usually people, they are not breathing, they are just somehow gasping for air. And if you start to put the attention on breathing, automatically, without needing to control it, it starts to become quieter and longer and more relaxed. So you can do your seva, you can work and be aware of your breathing, and then it becomes karma yoga. Or you can focus also on your body sensation, see how the tendency is there all the time to get cramped up, to get tense, and learn to relax. Relax your feet, relax your legs, you relax the rest of your body. If you do that, then the whole mental tension also has the tendency to dissipate. If you do your seva like this, then it becomes karma yoga. If not, you are merely busy.